Buckle up, because what you're about to hear might just rattle the entire transatlantic auto trade. This is your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit, and we're diving headfirst into a story that's sending shockwaves from Stuttgart to Detroit. It's May 2025, and German automakers have made a bold move, putting the brakes on U.S. vehicle shipments in response to President Trump's aggressive tariff policy. With a looming 50% import duty hanging overhead, names like Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Volkswagen are hitting pause and redrawing their American game plans. From production pivots to profit freefalls, this video unpacks the turmoil, the tactics, and the truths behind this historic shift. Here are the ripple effects reshaping the US-Germany auto alliance. Number 5. Tariff turbulence, when the shipments stalled. It all began in April 2025, when the U.S. administration imposed a 25% import tariff on foreign-built vehicles. The move was touted as a protective boost for domestic manufacturing, but for German automakers, it was a body blow. Audi, a critical cog in Volkswagen Group's global machine, pulled the handbrake hard, halting all U.S. exports. Roughly 37,000 Audis were left idling at American ports, stalled not by mechanical failure, but by geopolitical friction. The company scrambled to assess its losses and plot its next lap around the new tariff track. BMW and Mercedes-Benz weren't far behind. Both giants paused their U.S. shipments while recalibrating their logistics. Meanwhile, Volkswagen pivoted with a stopgap strategy, flooding U.S. dealerships with inventory to ride out the storm. But the damage wasn't confined to showrooms. Tariffs reverberated through the entire supply chain, driving up costs for parts, mangling production schedules, and throwing pricing models into disarray. With virtually no time to adapt, German automakers found themselves making split-second decisions under pressure, decisions that would ultimately redefine their American presence. But freezing shipments was just the start. German automakers had to re-engineer their entire strategy. Number 4. Strategic pivots, from Autobahn to American assembly lines. In true engineering fashion, German automakers didn't stall for long. Instead, they downshifted and began redesigning their production playbooks to navigate around the tariff roadblocks. BMW wasted no time looking inward, towards Spartanburg, South Carolina, its largest plant worldwide. Plans to scale up local output by as many as 80,000 units were set in motion, with added shifts and tooling upgrades under consideration. The message? If Washington wants made in America, Munich can oblige. Mercedes-Benz followed suit, announcing a long-term vision to localize new vehicle production at its Alabama facility by 2027. This wasn't just damage control, it was a calculated investment to keep the brand anchored in the U.S. market without drowning in tariff costs. Over at Volkswagen, EV ambitions took center stage. The automaker explored ramping up Porsche and Audi electric vehicle production stateside, eyeing expansions at its Chattanooga, Tennessee hub. The goal? Turn tariff threats into an opportunity to lead the American EV race. These moves underscore more than just survival. They mark a re-engineering of global operations. Manufacturing isn't just shifting geographically, it's evolving strategically. For German automakers, the US is no longer just a market, it's becoming a factory floor. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. It helps Piston Pundit reach more gearheads like you, hungry for sharp insights and real auto talk. Now let's dive deeper into the fallout from these massive shifts. Number 3. Economic fallout, when the numbers don't lie. If strategy was the steering wheel, profits were the brakes, and in 2025, those profits took a nosedive. Volkswagen kicked off the earnings season with a sobering figure, a 37% drop in operating profit for Q1. Blame pointed squarely at U.S. tariffs and tightening conditions worldwide. Luxury powerhouse Porsche reported a gut-punch 43.8% fall in operating profit. In just 2 months, April and May, tariffs slammed the brand with a $114 million hit. Forecasts were promptly revised downward, as revenue and margin expectations skidded off track. Mercedes-Benz echoed the trend, watching earnings before interest and taxes plunge 41%. With uncertainty clouding the horizon, the company withdrew its 2025 earnings guidance entirely. Across the industry, analysts calculated a potential $2 to $4 billion in cumulative tariff-related losses for German car makers, assuming the current policy gridlock holds for the year. And as profits tumble, diplomatic tensions rise, putting even more pressure on both sides of the Atlantic. Number 2. High-stakes diplomacy. EU strikes back, and talks heat up. As expected, Washington's tariff cannonball didn't go unanswered. The EU fired back, not with steel, but with strategy. The European Commission rolled out a proposal to slap countermeasures on up to 95 billion euros, about $107 billion, worth of US imports. If negotiations stall, this trade feud could quickly escalate into a full-on economic standoff. But all is not lost in translation. President Trump, after a reportedly constructive call with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, hit the brakes, delaying the 50% tariff until July 9th. That small window opened the door to tense but hopeful diplomacy. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, channeling his inner tactician, emphasized unity among EU nations and hinted at retaliatory strikes on American tech giants if the US doesn't ease its stance. This back and forth reveals just how fragile and intertwined international trade has become. For automakers, these are more than headlines. They're market signals. Behind every diplomatic handshake or tweet lies a shift in logistics, pricing, and long-term strategy. This chapter isn't just a policy clash. It's a real-time lesson in geopolitical maneuvering, with your next car's price tag hanging in the balance. But these policy chess moves mean little without looking at how they affect the people behind the wheel, US consumers. Number 1. Sticker shock and slim pickings. What drivers are facing. While automakers and politicians duel it out on the global stage, American drivers are already feeling the impact at the dealership. BMW's Mexico-built 2 Series, tack on 4% more, Audi's A5 lineup, price bumps already rolling in. Porsche is playing it cool, for now, but holding daily strategy sessions like a pit crew in a Grand Prix. These price hikes aren't just inflation, they're tariff fallout. A 25% import duty inflates production costs like a punctured tire, and those costs are being passed straight to the buyer. That sleek German coupe you've been eyeing? It might just blow your budget now. And if you thought you could wait it out, think again. With Audi and BMW halting shipments and Mercedes throttling down volume, inventories are thinning faster than tread on a track day. Expect fewer choices and longer wait times, especially if your dream ride rolls off a foreign production line. Analysts are already forecasting a 10% drop in US auto sales as buyers pump the brakes amid rising prices and vanishing options. It's a clear reminder that global trade policies aren't just boardroom debates. They hit home, hard, and fast. Verdict: in the driver's seat of uncertainty. As we roll to the finish line, one thing is crystal clear. The automotive world is navigating a hairpin curve at full throttle. German automakers are recalibrating everything: logistics, manufacturing, pricing, while trying to avoid a catastrophic spin-out in one of their biggest markets. The July 9th deadline for additional US tariffs is rapidly approaching, and negotiations are balancing on a razor's edge. At Piston Pundit, we believe this entire saga offers more than headlines. It's a masterclass in resilience. From emergency production shifts to price strategy overhauls, these brands are rewriting their playbooks in real time. Now, it's your turn to take the wheel. What do you think? Is the EU's response strong enough to hold its ground, or should it apply more pressure? Would rising prices and limited options make you reconsider buying a German vehicle right now? Do you think automakers should localize more production, or is that just a temporary fix? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're all ears and gears. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next twist in this high-speed industry. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your pistons pumping and your minds tuned in, only here on Piston Pundit. You can now check out any of the videos on the screen. There's plenty more to explore.